Hi guys, it is me, Sam Viewpower. I cannot believe I'm having to make this video. Um, where do I even begin? I don't think I've been as disrespected in a single day as I have been today. And that's saying something considering the fact that the whole Invicta thing happened. So, I'm gonna go back a couple of weeks. I've been moderating a server called Friendship Land. It is a server that was meant for roleplay and basically it was supposed to be a safe server, a place where people could feel safe. I joined the mod team about 4 months ago, and there had been a few problems coming up to this, of what happened in the past week. For example, we had an issue with people continually coming into the server just to use it for one of the bots that we had, which the bot ended up getting deleted, thank God. But often, every time I tell them, hey, the server isn't just for the bot, they'd go jab at me and say, actually, I'm not even sure what they said anymore because personally I don't give a fuck what they said. It's just been bad. So before I go into all of this, I just want to say that a horrible decision was made right before I became a moderator in the server, which was that the server was handed off from the server leader to a child. I don't know in whose mind thought that was any good of an idea. The only reason the server is even stable is because of our lead moderator and me. And that's saying something because there's 5 other mods. We've basically been babysitting him into doing shit. So there's that. So, a few days ago, we had a couple of foreign language people come into the server, which is fine for the server. We had no rules against it. It was just a thing that happened every once in a while. I think there was originally a foreign language channel that for some reason got taken down. Don't ask me. But when they came in, they were speaking Japanese. I was not aware of this at first. I actually had to translate it using my phone translator, which has proven time and time again to be an accurate translator. And we, for a couple of days, were talking because I was able to switch the things out. And somebody else was talking with them. I assume they actually spoke Japanese and English. That's the only reason that happened. Ignore the fly that just flew by. And so everything was going fine until somebody came in and decided to say, hey, this guy's not speaking Japanese. He's speaking Chinese. So my first thought is, what did he say then? He doesn't respond to this message. Rather, he says, oh, I use Google Translator. And I tell him, these are my words. You have to be stupid enough to be using Google Translate. Now, if nobody understands this, there's 3 reasons why I said this. First off, the language was clearly Japanese and not Chinese. And if Google Translate is telling you that it's Chinese, then there is something wrong with Google Translate. Secondly, there's a whole running meme about Google Translate being bad. And I can confirm this meme to be completely true because one of the things is if you put in a sentence and translate it back and forth, it will come out with a completely different sentence. And I've done this before, and it's hilarious. The third thing is the fact that he was trying to act like all of us were wrong. Which, no, we were not. So, he throws a hissy fit, saying, I called him dumb. I did not call you dumb. I said that an action that you had done was dumb. Not that you were dumb. Well, he goes out and he complains to the leader. And thank the fucking Lord, the leader made one good decision in a fucking blue moon. He said, neither of us are right. And this is a blessing in disguise for me, because I don't know what I would have done if he had said I was right. Because personally, I don't like to have to point out people's wrongness. So, the fact that I'm doing this is pissing me off. So, he then goes, the other guy, not the leader, he then goes and says, I'm bullying him. I have 3 statements for you. First off, you do not know what bullying is unless you have been on the verge of fucking suicide or have committed suicide, which, no. Well, yes, I was, actually. B, where you've actually been beat up by people because of how you acted or how different you were. I wasn't. However, I do have 2 confirmed situations where I was fucking smacked because of the person that I was. And C, you are basically judged by everything that you do wrongly, which I absolutely was. I was literally judged because people thought that I was gay, which at the time I was unaware that that was not a bad thing. And it just brought me down so low. So, no, I'm not bullying you. Point B to this, if you want the accurate definition of bullying, it's a repetitive action. So no, I'm not bullying you. And C, his boyfriend can confirm that I am no bully. I literally was the one person in the server who stopped the people who was bullying his boyfriend. And I'm pretty sure he's very grateful for that. So no, I was not bullying. So, my thought is to say, drop it. Which he does, thankfully. Well, we move on to today, where shit just goes down. So, we start off with pings in the server to the moderators and the admin saying, why are you guys not active? And my first thought is, of course, yeah, I guess he's kind of right, but you didn't need to ping us. Then he goes on to say, oh, the leader's useless. He doesn't do his job. And again, my thought is, yeah, he's right. You didn't need to ping us about that. So, of course, it's going to cause some problems in the server. And somebody decides to start nagging him on, which is a big no-no for most servers in general. So I mute both of them, which was the most sensible thing that I could do. It was only an hour-long mute because I didn't feel like they were breaking the worst rules. Well, I literally, not even 2 minutes later, the guy who gave the ownership away to a child and really wasn't supposed to have any decision in this, decided to unmute the person that was nagging on the person that was complaining about the server. I want you to understand something. If I fucking make a decision in that server, you damn well better follow it. Because I don't make decisions based off impulse. I make decisions based on what is best for the server. And that was what was best for the server at that moment. So don't fucking revert anything that I do in that server. Now, I'm saying this, and I'm probably not going to end up back in the server, so it doesn't matter. So me and the lead moderator have a talk and discussion, and I do point out the fact that the guy who was complaining about the server was kind of right, and Well, hold on. Let me back this up. Before this happens, the main moderator guy, he goes and he asks the guy who should not have any control in the server, why'd you just revert his thing? And the guy's like, oh, he had nothing. He just said something wrong, which, no. Because there was a very aggressive shut up in that conversation. So I'm basically at my breaking point. And by this point, I'm to the point of brutal honesty. So I literally tell the guy, this wouldn't be happening if you hadn't handed off the server to a child. And I'm thankful that the lead moderator is on the server right now behind me, because I'm pretty sure I would have been kicked from the server if that happened. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing, because personally, I think I would have preferred to be kicked right then rather than have left with what happened later. So they kind of go back and forth, and I assume the main lot, because there was a D&D session between me and the main moderator, and a few other people, we had to leave. So we kind of just laid it off, tried not to say anything. I'm pretty sure that all three of us were pissed by that point at each other. Well, not at each other, but you know what I mean. And the main moderator talks to the guy, and it's kind of noted that he is very much of a child. He has no clue what the fuck he is saying. And we kind of point out everything that he's doing wrong. He doesn't listen, and we kind of just ignore him. The main moderator says, if you want to continue with this, you can get the fuck out of the server. So that happens. We all go quiet. We all go play our D&D game. We get off the D&D game. I go play some Skyrim. I go watch some videos from my favorite people I like to watch. And then I get a notification. And this is kind of a fuck you to the person that said that we don't have active moderators. I see every fucking message that is in the server. So, yeah, fuck you. It's a message saying, Sam, which, by the way, in Discord, I prefer to be called Sammy based on the character rather than Sam, and I've made this clear to people. Hates me. He says, Sam hates me. And my first thought is, oh, really now? Is that what I'm saying? Is that what I've said? So I go and I see who else is in the VC, because this is from the VC chat. And I notice it's just his boyfriend in the VC. So I assume they were talking with the boyfriend in VC, and the person who called me a bully in the regular, or just in VC chat rather than the actual VC. So I go walk in there and I say, so I hate you. And not even 5 seconds later, this boy goes into VC. He starts yelling. He starts yelling and screaming, saying that I'm such a horrible fucking person. And I'm pretty sure I couldn't tell if his boyfriend was trying to stop him, because his boyfriend has a problem with, I assume, family, which I do understand if that is the case. And I'm sorry to say this, Apples, but I know that you're lying about being in a running away from home, because you said you whispered because you didn't want your parents to hear. Why are you still whispering if you're not at home? Just saying. So I try to say something. I've tried to say something multiple times, and the kid keeps on saying, no, shut up, listen to me. Well, I get to a point where I realize I'm about to say something so fucking drastic that I could ruin my whole entire reputation as a fucking person. So my thought is, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the whole server. And I literally go into the staff room and I send them a message saying, I'm gonna be gone for a few days. And I leave. Well, for the people who were in PW server, I was trying to talk in general, and not even 5 minutes later, After I started talking in general, I got a message from the boyfriend, and he was asking me why I'd left. I mean, it's kind of obvious why I left, but I guess I get why he asked. So I wasn't mad at him. I guess I get that. And he decides to add me to a group with himself and a moderator from the server. And he says, I don't know which side to choose. First thought, unfriend, block. If you don't see that there's something wrong with the person that you're dating, you're not going to make it in life. That's all I can say. Your boyfriend is such a vile human being. I can't say anything to that. I just can't. So, give me a minute. My phone's dying. There. So, I mute him. Or I don't mute him. I just unfriend him. I don't block him. I decide not to do that. And I start venting in PWs. They haven't said anything back, but I made it very clear I'd probably permanently be leaving that server, which kind of sucks because it was the one professional thing I was really doing on the internet. I would be stepping away from Discord because if you get this badly disrespected on the internet for anything, I'm pretty sure you would take the same action that I have here. But the biggest thing is I may completely just uninstall Discord and just not be on there anymore if this is the way I'm going to be treated. Now, I'm not saying that I am being treated in the worst way possible. I'm not saying I'm being sexually assaulted or anything. I'm just saying that I do expect a bit of respect from people. And if you're not going to give me that, then I'm not going to associate with you. And I hope that's clear. This is why this whole thing that happened with Sinvicta happened, and this is why this has happened. It's because of disrespect. Now, I hate that I had to make this, but this is really me saying, don't call me a bully, because I'm not. Don't yell at me. Just don't. You're not going to get anything from me if you yell at me. If you yell at me, there's a good chance that I will snap back. People have seen me snap back, and it's not a pretty sign. It's not a pretty sight, sorry. I do apologize, everyone, that I am this pissed, I guess, but it just happens. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel, fuck me, I can't even think of my fucking outro. If you like this channel, subscribe, and you like this video, like it. I will shut up. You can go on your day. Bye.